Hello my beauty bots and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name's Faith. Before we get into our video, I do want to just remind everybody, if you have any dating horror stories or dating success stories, please send those to me so that we can read them live. My email is faith.ingen101@yahoo.com, and make sure that you add in the subject line dating fails so that I do not delete it and think it is trash. Now, any more bingeable content will be linked up here. Our conversations will be on the side beside of me. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so. If you do subscribe, please put in the comment box where you're viewing from. I love to know where my subscribers are from. And I will give you a warm welcome. Hi. Alright, so any more fun content is going to be linked in the description box, such as more on the video. You've got the chapters to the video, and social media links, merch links, all that fun stuff. Now at the very end of the video, you will get more recommendations, so be sure to watch those. I think that's it. Alright guys, we are going to get into it. Today we are talking about the worst OKCupid dating fails, horror stories that will make you sign off of online dating forever. And we have Maddie with us today. She's contemplating her life, it's fine. Okay, if I'm looking up here, I'm making sure that I'm in frame. If I'm looking down, I'm reading these things off of my phone. Let's get into it. Alright, so the first dating OKCupid horror story that we're going to read says, the guy who really likes spreadsheets. I went on a 4-hour Tinder date with a match who proceeded to walk me through the intricacies of Excel. Every day he charted his height, weight, what he ate that day, what he weighed, what he read, watched, who he talked to, etc. For 4 hours. Joe, 22 years old. Okay, so this guy is over the top a little bit. He's very particular. He's probably a perfectionist. He's very organized. I don't know why you're charting your height and weight every single day. I mean, your weight's probably gonna fluctuate by a couple pounds. Your height should not be fluctuating, sir. Usually a 4-hour date means good. I think she got stuck. I think poor Joe just got stuck. And I'm also curious how that came from Tinder, but okay. All right guys, next one. The long lost creeper. A group of us went to Miami for spring break, where we used Tinder as a way to figure out where to go each night. I wonder how they did that. One of my matches, let's call him Alex, seemed nice and helpful, but I never actually met up with him in person. A year later, I get a call from Alex asking if he can travel cross country to visit me, stay in my house, and meet my parents. No, Amanda, 23. Oh my god, that's weird. Oh, that's weird. First of all, why are you guys using Tinder to decide where to go each night? Wouldn't you just like, I don't know, use Facebook? Doesn't Facebook have like events and you can put in a specific area and it tells you what kind of events or parties or whatever is happening in that area that night? Like, that's weird to me. I don't understand that. But yeah, to call a year later, I'd be like, who are you? That's weird. So this is the guilt tripper from Shauna, who's 23, and this says, after chatting on Tinder for a couple of weeks, is this supposed to be OKCupid or Tinder? Every one of them has been Tinder so far. So after chatting on Tinder for a couple of weeks, I decided to grab drinks with this guy at a local bar. I was a few beers and a couple hours in when I decided to call it a night. The guy judged me for yawning and put 2 more beers in front of me. Then he guilt-tripped me for making him come out of his way to meet for such a short date. A few days later, when I hadn't responded to any of his text or Tinder messages, He texted me and called me out for being that rude type of girl who ghosts men for no reason. Ew. So, I mean, look, I don't know how far he traveled, but I feel like that's also kind of the risk. I feel like that's the risk you take, right? I mean, that's just me. That's my opinion, I guess. But don't guilt trip me to do something I don't want to do. And 2, fear is just going to make me more tired. Like, I'm not going to want to, no. So this is the one-upper. Once a guy insisted that I tell him my SAT score when I was talking about my job in college admissions. I thought that was super weird and didn't want to, but he kept asking, so I finally told him. When he made a big deal about telling me his, which was 50 points higher. Okay, cool, whatever. He also told me that he got a soccer scholarship at the school where I work, but decided to go to a different college. The next day I looked up his name in our database. Denied with an SAT score way below what he told me. So, I guess I get it. Maybe he's just a competitive guy. I think she's 25, Jesse's 25. I think it's weird that y'all still know your SAT scores. I could not tell you mine. But I also think it's weird that she looked him up in her database, and I don't think in most settings, like I've been in college admissions, you shouldn't just be looking up anybody in your database. That's kind of, it's not unethical, but it's frowned upon. It's like if you were working in a pharmacy. I wasn't allowed to like look up my friends and stuff. You know, I couldn't just search them in our database because that kind of goes against HIPAA. Like what they're on or what they do is not my business unless they make it my business. Like I feel like that's kind of an invasion of privacy, but whatever. That's just me. That's just me. All right, let's do one more. So, the guy with conveniently bad timing. A year or 2 ago, I went out with a guy who actually was very nice, charming, British, and he took me on 3 dates. Before telling me during sex that he had a girlfriend. And then when I kicked him out, he asked me for my Wi-Fi password so that he could get an Uber, Michelle 24. Oh my gosh, that's awful. Why would you say that during sex? Shouldn't you say that before sex? That's ew, that's cringy. I hope she did not give him her Wi-Fi password, like, at all. At all. Alright guys, here is a heartwarming one. So I matched with a guy on Bumble, and we arranged to meet at a Mexican restaurant. I see him waiting outside and attempt to quicken my pace. No one wants to walk awkwardly, make eye contact for an entire block. Thanks. All the while trying to strip my stuff, of course. About halfway to him, I just fall. Broken shoe and everything. What a time to be alive. Jocelyn, 22. All right, so I was kind of hoping that was a success. It really wasn't. It was an interesting kind of fail. But anyways, you guys, tell me what your favorite one was below, and remember to send your dating horror stories to faith.ingen101@yahoo.com. Subject line, dating fails. It never amazes me. It never ceases to amaze me how bold somebody can be. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.